Yeah, I'm live. I know. Morning. I'm just trying to fix up the woolliness, the natural woolliness of my beautiful, wonderful headpiece, which is my dreads, which are growing. Don't worry, you'll see. They'll be growing. Now, YouTube has this new feature that I'm going to have to explore. Now, it looks like you can do a podcast or you could do something, and I'm gonna have to go look and see what this is about. It's called like a screencast. So I tried it out, but it's like this little screeny round circle thing. And then I got lost. I didn't know what I was doing. So I left it up there just in case anyone wants to see. But it's a new feature. It's a new feature by YouTube, and it looks like it's like you could do podcasts. I don't know, but I got very confused and I jumped off. But I left it there in case you want to go see what it is. But it's this new thing they got going on YouTube. You go, YouTube. You go, YouTube. Uh-huh. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today's what? Wednesday. I had a doctor's appointment, but it was like a re-evaluation, but it wasn't necessary because I'm in such good health that when I, complete the rest of my, things that I gotta do, the next appointment will be May 24th. So I was so glad I didn't have to go anywhere today. I was so happy because I'm tired with school, exams, work, life. Oh, I don't know how I do it. So I did a live yesterday on cyberbullies, of course. You're not going to get any views if you want to talk about views, right? If you want to talk about views, you're not going to get any views when you introduce ones to intelligent format. No, of course not. That was just a test. Big Ooman Tings, right? And you get to see for your own self that if you're not producing messiness, you might as well go to the side and disappear. So I was watching a couple of lives that were presented, by our people, because remember we all watch the same kind of people, and when you watch these people on a continuous basis, you get to see stuff and you get to learn. You get to learn stuff, and what I'm learning on social media is that us women who present ourselves on social media, we got issues. Now, you don't want to talk in a negative light on Amarasa for Life, the National Board of Comments, about our fellow sisters on YouTube, especially the Jamaican ones, the West Indian ones, the ones that we, try to support and watch. And on a continuous basis, right, we get to see the same thing over and over again, right? Now, because I'm seeking higher education, right, you have to think of ways that you can present stuff in an intelligent manner, right? So that you yourself don't become like them. And this is the importance of education. Now let's talk about you, Rain. You, Rain. So what I need to know is this. If one's of how come over there so quiet? Now you see, When you hear these people talking, it's just listen. The holy talking. Oh, I'm having a heart attack. Hold on. How is it okay for you? You know, Umi Atamina Eva Afiakaho. You and your crony then. The way you guys went in on you, Ray. Where's the apology? Una need to come out like what Una tell people. Come out of the dark. And please, I implore you to set your apology because all of the hateful, poisonous things that you said, you and your clique, you and your cyberbully friends said about this young man, it is shameful. And you have nothing to say. Quiet as a mouse. But it's okay for you guys to come out and talk your BS about people and then want people to believe what you say. And then when you see the reverse happening from what you are saying, only keep quiet. You see how we got people? That's just one of the examples that I'm going to talk about, but not in this manner. Congratulations, Urain. And I'm glad that you're able to show the world how hateful people can be, these women. And they don't smoke weed. I'm listening to another one. If I was to start with Uno, if he said, Uno put something in Uno put something in a me cash app and me this year app and me that the app and this year app because when me have to tell you, Lord, this is what we're doing on social media. So as an observant, let's not yourself observant TV. Let's not yourself foreign woman. There's a young, I'm not sure, I think it's Audrey's Kitchen, something like that. I think so, I'm not sure. I can't remember the kitchen part. Yeah, but we need to start promoting each other. Anyway, yeah, bless upon a good self. Now, on YouTube and social media, we have our wonderful Jamaican women who are as seen on social media. Do you comprehend when I say as seen on social media? This is how they present themselves. Messy, mixy, greedy, money hungry, unhappy, flappy, flabby, grimy, and they're maileys. How you like that? Also, they're very distasteful, they're foul mouthed, they're disgusting, cruel, sad bad, lonely, depressed, fretful, jealous, small minded, delusional, upset, angry, hurt, misled, embarrassing, loveless, hateful, mean spirited, impressors, bandwagonist, lacks comprehension, not well read, has no friends, not to be trusted. Lack of remorse, lack of empathy, judgmental, revengeful, chatty, bullies, fake, troll threats, no discerning spirit, lost in lack of faith, loud, loquacious, deceitful, hearsayers, pretenders, name callers, not to be trusted. They're non-content producers. They promote negativity. They promote distrust. They promote dishonesty. They promote sidestepping, clout chasers they are, warmongers, lacking in integrity. Them love chat about people not to be trusted. They worship the money god, Cash App, Zelle, etc. They worship writs and rights in the form of obia. Now, this is what I have observed about the people who I observe on social media in the Jamaican community. Now, we can always not watch them. You have a choice. Log off. You ain't gotta watch them if this is how you feel. Well, it's not a feeling, it's an observation. Comprehension is very important, and you can see these people are lacking. Now, yesterday we did a piece on cyberbullying. Now, when you watch cyberbullying, you will see that what you're watching is a bunch of bullies on social media. They're not commenting, they're not blogging, they're bullies. And when you listen to their content, they're very distasteful. They are foul mouthed. They're disgusting, cruel, sad bad, lonely, depressed, fretful, jealous, small minded, delusional, upset, angry, hurt, misled, embarrassing, loveless, hateful, mean spirited, impressors, they're bandwagonists, lacks comprehension, not well read. As you can see, they're not well read. They have no friends. They're not to be trusted. They also show you a lack of remorse for their actions on social media, their lack of empathy to others on social media. You can hear it. Right now, you can hear it. They're very judgmental. They're revengeful. They're chatty chatty. They're bullies. Don't forget. And they're fake. They throw threats. I just heard one. They throw threats. And they have no discerning spirit. And they're lost in the lack of faith. And they're loud, loquacious, deceitful, hearsayers. Me ear say. You know me ear say? Morning. Me ear say. They can never come up with anything concrete. It's always what an ear say. Who wants to deal with hearsay? Not to be trusted. They're non-content producers. They don't produce content. They're bullies. They promote negativity. They promote distrust. They promote dishonesty. They promote sidestepping. They're clout chasers. Clout chasers. Yeah. Warmongers, as we can see. Warmongers. And they're lacking in integrity. If you don't know what the word integrity guy means, guys, please go look it up, Google it. Lacking in integrity, because over here we deal with intelligence. And they love chat about people with the formula. And they're not to be trusted. They worship the money god. Don't forget real Rasta talk. Big Ooman Tings. They worship the money god. Cash App, Zelle, etc. And they also worship writs and rights. Wobia. This is what we see on social media, guys, when it comes to us, the black women, the Jamaican black women. How terrible. Now, when I can see something positive to post and say, well, I shall. But when I turn on, this is all I hear and see, pure negativity towards each other. It is deplorable. So I said, let me write a little thesis as we attain higher education and drink our coffee and smoke our cannabis sativa. I wanted to present this in an intelligent manner where we're not bashing each other, but we're exploring ways how to define the behaviors that we see amongst each other. You have people who are putting out into the atmosphere via dreams and visions about what it might occur somewhere. What are you doing? And again, this is just about attention seeking and clout chasing. Because when you see you have momentum, you want to keep it up. But at the detriment of who? And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm reading about. The things that people are capable of doing because of lack of empathy towards another. You see, I can define everything I read, and I can also incorporate it into what I'm saying while I'm reading about us. So it's very baffling when you see this if you if you can't put a cap on it. It's very baffling. And all this is attention seeking on social media. You see them throwing threats. You see people throwing threats all the time. Again, what's being exposed is ones are distasteful, they're foul mouthed, they're disgusting, and they're cruel. They're sad bad. They're lonely and depressed. They're fretful, they're jealous, and they're small minded. They're delusional, upset, angry, hurt, and misled. They're embarrassing. They're antagonists. They're loveless, hateful, mean spirited. Very important word. Mean spirited. Impressors. They're bandwagonists. And they lack comprehension. They're not well read, not at all. And they have no friends. Not to be trusted. So this is what we see on social media on a continuum. And we need to talk about it more where ones can look at themselves, even though they might not like what you're saying, but who cares? This is something which is being exposed on social media on a daily basis. And it's about us, black women. And if I'm an observer who's just, observing behaviors, and this is just one person, little old me, and this is how I feel. What about others who are watching? Am I the only one that feels this way? Am I the only one that can, dictate and write down? These are the things that I see. And then when you read it out loud, you can clearly say, well, she's kind of, it's true because we're messy. I say we, including me. I'm not perfect. We're messy. We're mixy. Well, I'm not greedy, but I'll let you know. Greedy, money hungry, unhappy, floppy, flabby, grimy, and mateys. And you see a lack of remorse. You see a lack of empathy, big Ooman Tings. Very judgmental, revengeful, and chatty chatty. Love chat. And we're bullies and, fake. And they love to throw threats. And they do not have a discerning spirit. If anybody wants to join me on the live, you can. Because YouTube has this new feature where you can invite ones to also join in with you to discuss and to collaborate. If you agree, if you disagree, and we could agree to disagree, agree. So that's a new feature that YouTube has now, where you can also, I think you can do pod posts, because I was just doing something. I don't know what I was doing, but I was doing something. So I'm going to have to explore that new feature. But yeah, if you guys want to come and join me and talk and say your piece, feel free. Don't be afraid. And you don't have to show yourself on, the camera. You can, hide your face and just talk. But yeah, you could join me on the live and, say, well, Princess Rasta, whatever. I agree with the way you said, because, me feel like it. You can say stuff. I'm not going to bite, right? And we can agree to disagree, but it's good to have interaction to hear how others feel about what I'm saying, other than we just our mouth and keep chatting. Because it's good for you guys to also have input and to voice your opinions in an intelligent manner. So when you feel safe and secure and you want to, say something about what I'm saying, or you want to elaborate, agree or disagree, no problem. That's called communicating effectively with each other without being angry, cursing, and carrying on like mad people, because that's not what we want to present. Now, if it's a heated argument where we're all just carrying on, that's fantastic too. So I'm just trying to show that you don't, you can incorporate what you need to incorporate, but let's try to do things differently. Because as I watch our women on social media, I have to click off all the time, because this is all I get to see. I need to go do some math homework, because this doesn't make any sense. That we are hateful towards each other in this manner. We're having dreams, we're throwing threats, we're doing all kind of nonsense on social media. Why? I don't know. It must be because they worship the money god. Where I have to and work every day to support myself, and yet the people them always attack about how them need money. I just don't comprehend this. And you're on social media 24 hours a day. And I suppose if this is your job where you have to generate dollars, but I'm like, what is, but you know what? I must be from a different class of people. I'm sorry. Because I just can't fathom it as much as I enjoy my cannabis sativa, but I pay for that myself. I don't beg people for, send me some cash up because my weed supply I get lower. Can you imagine? Yo, people, me want refill up the chalice and things, so me I beg on to send couple dollars in at the cash app so me can go check the man down the road and get some. And y'all wouldn't send it because you'd be like, I ain't sending you no money to go buy no weed. So, this is what's going on. People just freely just, I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work. Like a Hebrew slave. I gotta go. Me can't be on social media. I bet the people them things. So anywho, so this is what you see, right? And that's where you see where it's very distasteful. Very distasteful. It is, it's very distasteful. When you have to listen to foul mouthed, disgusting, cruel, sad bad, lonely, depressed, fretful, jealous, small minded, delusional, upset, angry, hurt, misled, embarrassing, loveless, hateful, mean spirited, impressors, bandwagonists, they lack comprehension, not well read, has no friends, not to be trusted. So it just goes to show you human nature. As much as we know this about ones, it's the message, it's the content that you want to hear. Again, this is where it all goes back to. It's about the messiness and you enjoying it. And again, it's if we want to go there, let's go there. Because y'all like messy, right? You like it, yeah. And if it's about one particular person, y'all is all ears, sending out the dough to the money god, right? Good, right? So you can hear some entertain, get entertained. Yeah, we know. Mhm. So the contributing factors, of course, is the ones who worship the money gods. Mabel, bless up yourself. Remember, there's money gods. Don't forget, there's money gods. Stop, people. This is earth that we're inhabiting for a time. And when you read in the Bible about the worshiping of the gods, you got the money gods. You got cash app. Send ye the cash app. I'm not say nothing more. Zell and cash app or whatever else they have. All right, because me have to work. Come beat me. Big Ooman Tings. Good. I want to feel like. Right? On the love talk about God, Jesus, Bible, and all these things. But meanwhile, on still I worship the God then. Real Rasta talk. They call Cash App and Zelle. Don't get me wrong. I have Cash App, but mine is connected to my checking account. Right? Oh, well, that's how it's done. Okay, good. And that's just to do transactions, just to do little minor stuff. Send my daughter some this, send my son some that, stuff like that. I use it in a monetary way to do stuff, not to collect from others. Come in a worship, in a worship the root of our evil, like some are own. So this is what you get to see on this wonderful green earth that these people do worship gods in the form of mechanical beings and technical things, as in Cash App and Zen and all these wonderful things. That's the first thing you hear come out their mouth, and WhatsApp and all of that. Yeah, I'm saying it. Come beat me, now come beat me. I want on to real Rastata, big Ooman Tings. So as we're reading about what we observe, they're non-content producers. Go watch the bullying video. What they are bullies. They're not producing content. What I'm doing is producing content. Original, intelligent content with words that you can listen to and learn, right? You too. They promote negativity. They promote distrust. They promote dishonesty. They promote sidestepping. Mm. They're cloud chasers, war mongers, lacking integrity. None whatsoever. Not integrity. And them love chat about people not to be trusted. Why? Because them is messy, mixy, greedy, money hungry, unhappy, floppy, flabby, grimy, and mateys. Now, if I was to hand this into the professor, I think I'd get an A. I think I would. I think this is excellent. I really think he would say, well, this is very interesting. Who are you talking about? I mean, like, whether we got some Jamaican women on, social media, and this is what I observe them to be as. And he'd be like, oh my lord, what are they doing? That's intelligence, right? You have to show intelligence. We cannot always be sending each other up to where we don't belong to, and always using profanity. Am I using profanity? Have I used one curse word? I haven't used one curse word. Not one. I'm speaking effectively without cursing, screaming, and jumping around. I could. When I was angry in the beginning, that's how you guys came over here. Because you heard me going off on what's her face. I went berserk. Oh, I can't. I can get buck wild. And if I do, they have to shut down YouTube. What? But I gotta behave myself. Because I used to be terrible on Facebook. Oh, I was. Oh. Anyway, but I learned my lesson. You can't just go around saying stuff. You can't. Because people don't like it. You have to be careful what you say about others. So I'm not perfect. Trust me. But I have to show a way for us to present content in a way where you can say what you have to say without being messy and mixy, right? But you just have to learn a way of how to do it. Just like what I did just now. I think this was great because I'm able to incorporate how I feel and observe about ones I watch. I'm not calling nobody's name. I'm not using no formula. I'm using my brain, right? And this is what happens when you use your brain. You don't let the blind lead you. It don't make no sense. That's like, so YouTube, this is a presentation that I made, and it's called YouTube Jamaican Women Are As Seen on Social Media. And then I went into, just to explore us. And we need to change. Because again, if this is the impression I have, just one individual, who you might say, who cares what you think? True, who cares? But it's a presentation that I'm doing that ones can see and watch. And they can come to their own conclusion if what I have written. I have beautiful handwriting. Beautiful handwriting. If what I have written is, something to entertain, because they can go and see for themselves and be like, you know what, she's right. Oh my lord, what is right? You can go right over there to the Jamaican diaspora on YouTube, and you after you see hear this and go, you'll be like, well, my lord, we grab my pearls. She's right. Foreign woman, bless up yourself. Mabel Martin, bless up your good self. Miss Newbold, Janet Darling. Yes, I'm saying foreign woman. YouTube got this new feature now, you guys. And I think it's like a podcasting thing because like you, foreign woman, you don't, show your face, which means you could use this podcasting thingy now. And it's just great. I think you press on screencast, you have to play with it and just play with it and see what it does. But you could do it and it has like a different vibe, like, because I did it, but I didn't know what I was doing. But I left it there. But it's this new thing. YouTube changed up the whole stuff. Here, if anybody wants to join me on the live, they can, if you feel, safe and secure. So now you can say waiting for guests, right? Yeah, right. And then if you want to join me, foreign woman, anyone can join, right? Anybody. So that's the new thing they're doing on YouTube, right? So we have to take advantage of it. So I'm just going over on our behaviors on social media, us Black Jamaican women, West Indian women, who we watch because in our community of people, we all watch the same kind of people. And yeah, you have to explore it for a woman, just play around with the thing and see what's up. Perhaps you can teach me how to do it. I might can too. Okay. And yeah, we're just exploring the behavior. And when you put it into words, it's more easier to visualize if what is being said is, and I think it is. Guys, I was watching the thing on mammograms. Now, the government is really like playing around with people here in America because, okay, say like 20 years ago, they changed the age of where you're supposed to do mammograms. It used to be 40 years old up every other year, but there was an uproar with that saying it wasn't necessary, blah, 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 all of that. Okay. 20 years later, you have a higher rate of women with breast cancer. So now they're looking to change it right back to where it was in the beginning, where you do it at 40 and not 50. You see how they like to play with people's lives? And now they've discovered that because of that period of time, there's been an increase in breast cancer situations. You see how the government plays with people? Where they dictate your medical health. Now, when they see that it's not working, then they want to go back and reverse it back to the way it was. Because as usual, they like to interfere in the medical thing. Like they know it more than we do. And we know it more, but it's based on regulations and all these things. So you see how it got? I'm just sharing you this little bit of information, women, because it's it made news. I'm sorry. And now it's going into the judicial realm. Good? Okay. So be up on our health because we're not going to live forever. So it's important for you guys, us women, other than we blabbing and chit chatting and running off with more on social media, maintain your physical health, your mammograms, your GYNs and all these things. Because I got telephone calls all week and I'm like, well, is something wrong? Did my labs come back off the charts? What is the situation? And they were just reaching out to me medically to say, well, look, you got this appointment, what you doing? I said, well, I got work this afternoon, and I can't be bothered to be running up and down. So let's just do it for May 24th. So it's May 24th. So I was able to. So it's important, ladies, to keep up with your health and follow up with things. Good, because the government is interfering where they should not be. So with that, I just wanted to recap on Urain. Congratulations, Urain. I'm glad you've reached where you reached. Because the way all the people then was carrying, me want to get back to that there one day. Because I mean, I met this year one go. The way all these people was talking, this is documented information, of course, unless they delete it, but other people have it. The way these people were talking about this situation was so deplorable and embarrassing that I wonder if they feel embarrassed. Why is it they have nothing to say? And this is my point where I say they lack remorse, they lack empathy, but yet they're so judgmental. And when they're proven wrong, they don't even come and say, well, you know what? On an ethical standpoint, we have to apologize because of the things we said. Nothing, you know, hear nothing. Them just quiet. So you see now that they do not have a discerning spirit and they're lost in the lack of faith. And they're loud because they must scream and I carry on. Show us. We want to see. We want to see. Where is the proof? Where is the evidence? Why this document? This? Why this? That? How on not jump up now because of why the young man reached Canada for do it? Uno said was not gonna happen. How uno quiet about that? We don't need to put these people on blast. This is why I'm doing this because these people are too wicked. And this is why me I do this because these are the things that we see on social media. That you got a bunch of bullies with discerning, non-discerning spirit who are very loquacious and deceitful, hearsayers, pretenders, and name callers, not to be trusted. They're disgusting and cruel and sad bad, lonely and depressed, fretful and jealous, small minded, delusional, upset, angry, hurt, misled, embarrassing, loveless and hateful and mean spirited. A bunch of bandwagonists, lacking comprehension and not well read. And they have no friends, not to be trusted, as you can see. So you guys need to come out and apologize. Ethically, that's what you need to do. Because when one's listened to you over there on the other side, it would come in like hellfire a broke out because what Uno's saying is the truth. And as we see with our own two ears and eyes, say y'all talking some yin yang and have nothing to say. No apology, no retraction, nothing. Una just got over something else with all the nonsense. And I'm arrested for life, the National Board of Comments. So again, when you see good things, you hail up the good things and you say, yeah, this is good, right? This is good. But then when you see and hear the bad things and you're listening to it, and saying, wow, listen to these people, listen to what they're saying. And you got some people believing every word and saying yes and cheering them on and cheering them on. So, you cheerleaders, how come y'all are so quiet now? Nobody has anything to say? No one? Everybody's quiet? You owe this young man an apology. The all Una need to apologize, like Una said it was gonna, but everybody's quiet. And this is all the thing go. Not to be trusted. And this just proves that these people are not to be trusted in anything. Because three quarter, no, not even three quarter, 100% of what they were saying is pure untruths. And it's okay on social media. Okay, for a bunch of bullies to be able to go around doing this, repeatedly, as we learned on the live. Repeatedly. I know foreign women, I know they won't, but they said they would. If all of this pans out to be the truth, they said they would apologize. One of them said they would. Oh, yeah, they did. But I don't hear no apology yet. And that's very shameful. Imagine, guys, we heard everything. Everything them said negative we hear about it. It reached to proportions of disgusting behavior against a young man. Everybody heard it on social media. Everyone. Now you hear nothing. How is this possible? How are people so wicked? Yes, she did, foreign woman. So how is it now you can say all of what you said towards an adolescent, a young teen ager that y'all was trying to make look like a grown man, and he's not, a teenager, a child. You went in on this young man named Urain based on your hatred for another human being, as we've read in our thesis, your hatred towards another human being, and y'all made yourself look like the people that you are, not to be trusted. Good. So, Urain, congratulations. I hope everything works out for you wonderfully, and just continue on with the path you're on, and you shall be great. Don't listen to the naysayers. This is a lesson in life that people will come at you and throw daggers at you because they are mean spirited, lonely, unhappy people. And it's all based on their dislike for another individual. And because of that, they will attack anyone and everything in the midst. But God is good and God is great all the time. And good will always overcome evil. And you're a living vessel of that. Please remember. Because the evil that was thrown at you as a child by big, grown, messy, mixy, greedy, money hungry, unhappy, floppy, flabby, grimy mateys. You know, see how it go. Like I said, everyone is getting their judgments. And I'm arrested for life. The National Board of Comments. Big Ooman Tings. So we're just presenting this piece to show that we can, present things intelligently that can hit home as we want it to. And if you don't like it, you know what you can do on I'm arrested for life. The National Board of Comments. Thank you for watching, guys. Go back and watch the way I called it live on the bully, cyber bullying thing, and then you can incorporate with this year one year this morning, this afternoon. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, guys. Ada Uno, and continue to watch. Press the like button. You know the usual behavior. I gotta go.